we shall never know peace. At least when it comes to the WNBA space. It was this ad that Angel put out. And I don't know if this is part of a larger campaign where it's going to be similar themes in similar places. But because of where WNBA All-Star Game is, and because of who plays on the Indiana Fever in the home city of the WNBA All-Star Game, it's going to raise some eyebrows.
Angel Reese walked into the WNBA All-Star Weekend like she was the biggest star. But the lights were low, the crowd was gone, and the party was already over. She thought she could copy Caitlin Clark's shine, not by playing great or being real, but just by standing near her, like that's the same as earning it. Tell me in the comments, are you Team Baby Goat for Caitlin or Team Baby Giraffe for Reese? If you're with CC, let's cheer.
Angel, lay down, pray your face. You're only relevant because you keep bringing up my precious CC. You want to pull up with your billboard Reebok ad in Indiana talking about you in her trap. You out of there. You hear me? My precious CC don't be in no trap. Real talk. You hear me? At the end of the day, she don't do those type of things. Shit. You hear me? Don't put that with her name at the end of the day. If you be in a trap, that's your business. You hear me? Whatever the case may be, that ain't nothing to be proud of.
The 2025 WNBA All-Star Weekend was supposed to be Angel Reese's big moment. She wanted to step out of Caitlin Clark's shadow and be the star. She planned to show off her new Reebok shoe, start a big I'm in your city ad campaign, and take over Indianapolis, where Clark's fans live. It looked like a perfect plan, but it didn't work out. You can't fake being super cool, and you can't build your name by hanging on to someone else's.
Here, everyone with credit card debt is lining up to get the Angel Reese signature shoe. Here, it gives you the power of the... Again! Will she see that? What everyone's paid to see, the Angel Reese rebound. Kelsey Plum makes the shot, she'll get more money. We show up and show out for our rebounding queen. Bang. I love rebounds. Yes.
Hey, Jimmy, did you see that last rebound? It was so sick.
Yo, she did it again, rebound.
Let's talk about Angel Reese's new shoe, called the Angel Reese One from Reebok. It came in two colors, Diamond Dust and Mebounds, and Reebok thought it would be a huge hit in women's basketball. They put up tons of ads during the All-Star Weekend and timed the Mebounds launch to get everyone excited. But ads don't always mean people care, especially when the timing goes all wrong.
Literally, debut. It's got to be when she plays Caitlin Clark. So they obviously ended up debuting at All-Star Weekend because Caitlin didn't play when they were in Chicago, and Caitlin didn't play. Or Caitlin's not playing in this game, so they're debuting at All-Star Weekend. The plan was to literally go and use Caitlin Clark for the launch.
Reese's big plan was based on one mistake. She thought Caitlin Clark playing in the All-Star Game would bring lots of fans, and those fans would buy her shoes. She didn't try to win people over with her own skills. She just hoped being near Clark would make her famous too. It wasn't about being better than Clark or even trying to compete. It was about tagging along with someone who's already a superstar.
It's one of those things where it's like it's very clear that one side is absolutely trying to milk whatever rivalry there is. Whatever rivalry there is, it is one side trying to do everything they can to keep it together because that is where they're going to be at their most relevant.
But things went wrong. Caitlin Clark got a groin injury right before the All-Star Weekend and couldn't play. She had to sit on the bench in regular clothes. Without her, the WNBA lost its biggest star. Caitlin Clark is the kind of player who makes any game feel like a huge deal. When she wasn't playing, the excitement went away.
But there is the part of me that's like, is this really necessary? And shouldn't Angel Reese be able to market herself at this point without invoking or even, insinuating some sort of attachment to Caitlin Clark? Because if I'm being honest about it, people say that moment was huge. It will live forever. That moment will live forever. Caitlin Clark was on this trajectory already. And if anyone has benefited more from the attachment, at least from an attention standpoint.
The numbers tell the story. In 2024, when Caitlin Clark played in the All-Star Game, 3.44 million people watched. It was a huge deal, like a party everyone wanted to be at. But in 2025, with Clark out, only 2.19 million watched. That's a big drop, 36% less. And this was in Indianapolis, Clark's hometown, where it should have been perfect for her. Without her, the whole event fell apart.
So the WNBA's All-Star Game went down 36%. That is a lot. That's more than a third from last year. Last year was over 3.4 million people, and it went down to 21. Now, you could say the success, yeah, for women's sport, that's still a lot of people, but at the same time, it really isn't a success. You can think about it. Sport playing, it's the only game that's going, and you like a drone. So, this is with all the stars, the guys.
Reese watched her big plan fall apart. Almost half the excitement was gone. Even ticket sellers couldn't save it. Fans didn't show up for an All-Star Game without the star they really wanted to see.
But the WNBA All-Star Game ratings have come out, and all I could think of right off the bat was 4 little letters. F-A-F-O. F around and find out. You bleep around and find out what this league looks like without Caitlin Clark being involved in your biggest events. Kathy Engelbert, this should be a perfect example of why you need to get your officiating cleaned up and you need to have a talk with your players in the league.
Reese's I'm in Your City campaign was a big mistake. It sounded bold, like she was taking over someone else's home. But Clark wasn't even playing because of her injury. Reese didn't look cool. She looked like she was trying to take over while the real star was out. It wasn't a win, it just seemed unfair.
Angel Reese, All-Star Weekend edition! How about it? Let's get it! Hey, you know what they say? 4 is more. Her loyal fans showed out in Indy, all 4 of them, and somebody's drunk uncle. Take a look at what unemployment looks like. What do you mean you didn't watch the All-Star Game? You're telling me you have a social life? What a economy. It's provocative. It gets people going.
The campaign was all over. Billboards, online ads, cool videos, and big captions. Reese posted on Instagram with I'm in your city and said things like, walk in your trap, take over your trap. It was like she was trying to take over, but there was no one to challenge her.
You get badly dribbled, you miss layup purpose, and they record them as Mebounds. Rebounds. You be stat ads. You don't elevate your players. You went to a stacked LSU team. Tell me, my precious CC owns you. You want to know the record? She is 5-2 against you. You beat her in college one time. That championship. But what happened to the year after that? She sent you home. You hear me? And waved to your coach. You hear me? At the end of the day.
Fans weren't tricked at all. They got upset online. One person tweeted, she can't sell her shoe without Caitlin Clark's help. Another said, more cameras than fans at her shoe launch, LOL. It felt like Reese was acting like she won a game, but Clark wasn't even playing. That doesn't make you a winner. It makes you look like you're trying too hard.
WNBA All-Star Weekend is supposed to be the star of all stars. All the big dogs are out. Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, everybody. The big dogs are out. You got the rookie, you got Angel Reese, me too. All of the stars are here. And look at this news. The get-in price for the WNBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis has dropped 48% from $121 to just $64 after news broke that Caitlin Clark won't be playing.
Angel Reese had everything ready for the WNBA All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis. A new Reebok shoe, tons of billboards, and a loud social media campaign. But nobody cared. Without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA wasn't as exciting, and Reese's big moment flopped. The 2025 All-Star Game lost 36% of its viewers, dropping to 850,000 from 2024's huge numbers with Clark. Even the Friday night contest with 1.32 million viewers were only watched because of Clark's leftover fame, not Reese's. Reese's Angel Reese one shoe didn't get people excited. It showed you can't just use ads to be a star. Caitlin Clark's $28 million Nike deal and super fast-selling Kobe 5 Pro shoes, Reese sold for $600, come from fans who love her for her amazing games, real talks, and passion. Reese tried to use Clark's fame, and even Reebok said her brand only works when Clark's around. Reese's post-weekend jab at Indianapolis fans on social media made things worse. The truth? You can't copy Clark's power. Fans come for her, not ads. When Clark was injured and couldn't play against Reese, ticket prices dropped fast, showing who really brings the WNBA's energy. Reese's plan didn't just fail, it showed she's trying to be a star she's not yet. Are you Team CC or Team Reese? Write Baby Goat for Caitlin Clark or Baby Giraffe for Angel Reese in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch all the WNB.